You can add charts and graphs to your PowerPoint presentations. To add a chart or graph to your slide, choose a layout with a content placeholder for your chart or graph. Remember, do not use the Insert tab to insert your chart. Make sure you are on the Home tab, then click on New Slide. Now choose your layout with the content placeholder for a chart. Remember, they are the ones with the icons in the middle of each content placeholder. I will choose the title content layout. Now let's give our slide a title. Once we have our title, we can now insert our chart or graph by using the Insert Chart icon in your content placeholder. Choose the type of chart or graph you would like. Today I'm going to choose a line graph with markers. Then click OK. Your chart and a table will pop up. You can input your data in the table. We can change the column headings and delete any columns that we do not want to use. We can do the same with the rows. And delete any rows that are also not needed. You can also change the data simply by clicking in the box and typing in new data. For today's purposes, I'm just going to leave the rest of the data the way it is. You'll notice that as you change the information in your table, the information on your chart also changed. Once you are done with your data, you can close out the table. Now let's give our chart a title. Now I want to look at some more formatting options. As we look at our chart, you'll notice that the color contrast is not very good. You can barely distinguish between the red line that represents dogs and the hot pink line that represents cats. To change the color of a line, point to the line and click once. The blue markers will appear. Now right-click on the line and go to Format Data Series. Once you click on that, your Format Data Series pane will pop up on the right of the screen. Click on the first icon, Fill and Line. Then go to the color options, click on the down arrow, and select a color with proper contrast. With the color change, it is more clear which line represents dogs and which line represents cats. Next, we will add an alt text to our chart. Make sure your entire chart is highlighted. Right-click and click on Format Chart Area. The Format Chart Area pane will appear on your right. Click on the third icon, Size and Properties, and then click on the alt text option. Now you can type your alt text title and description. Your title should be quick and easy, and your description is what you want your listeners to hear about your chart. Keep in mind that the listener cannot see your chart, but can only hear your description. Also, do not start your description with "This is a chart of." If you chose the layout with the proper content placeholders for a chart and inserted the chart the proper way, the screen reader will already identify that this is a chart. Now let's enter our title and description. Again, my title is short and simple, and my description is longer and more detailed. The last thing I wanted to mention about charts is to add the axis titles. To do so, click on Chart Elements, then select the axis titles. Your two axis titles will appear on your chart. Double-click and then Control A to select all to rename your chart. Vertical axis title. Now double-click on the horizontal axis title. Control A to select all and then rename. Now the data on your chart is represented in a clear manner with axis titles, good color contrast, and alternate text.